Welcome to this edition of God's Insight for the Soul. We are so excited that you are here. And the biggest thing that I want you to remember if you are watching this on our YouTube channel is even if we are not talking directly to you, we are talking to you because that is how energy works. So I'm Lori. This is Bridget. Welcome to an opportunity for us just to tap in, see what God wants us to know, to be inspired, to be encouraged, and to ultimately be empowered to live the life that we came to this planet to live in the fullness of it. So, with that, Bridget, who's going first today?
Yeah, I feel like this morning Mare is going to kick us off.
All right.
Okay, happy to.
Good deal. So, do you have a question or a situation, or would you like to pull an angel card?
Yes, and yes. I have all of the above. I the timing of this is so divine, and that's why I was like, yes, Bridget, of course, absolutely, because we haven't talked in months, and all of a sudden, Kelly and I are working on something together that we've been wanting to do, and we feel it's very divine, and God has definitely placed her in my life for a reason, and vice versa. And so yeah, we are looking at an adventure that's going to involve a farm, lots of misfit animals, and some misfit kids that we want to go help. And there's a lot of children out there that need guidance and help and support and love. And
Mm.
we we feel very called to do something that's so much bigger than us. And knowing when we would start to talk about, well, we want to help mothers with children, like single moms. We want to help kids. There's all these things. And I have big energy, so I want to help everybody. So narrowing it down, it's just kind of looked us right in the face. And my Kelly's wearing flannel because she said yesterday, I'm gonna tell. She said, Mare, if I could just live in my flannel and my jeans on a farm with my hand in the dirt, I said, done, we're doing this. Because that's what I want to do for these kids. So I want to know, are we on the right path? Are we going the right direction? We see a farm. And I looked through all my journals recently, and it's everywhere in there that it has been, this is what you wanted to do. And I keep asking for my purpose. And now that it's here, I'm hyper focused on it. I don't know if that's the ADHD brain or if that's just like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. I feel super lit up about this. So podcasts, everything else are fun hobbies, and I love doing it. I want to do something for other people that's more important, that feels bigger. So, are we supposed to do this? Are we on the right path? Is there something else that I'm not thinking about that I should be thinking about?
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Right.
And Lori, go right ahead if you.
Okay. So give me just a minute to tap in because I got an instant answer, but I feel like there's more for you. So give me just a second. Okay. Absolutely. If something lights us up, we're on the right track. We typically in our human do a couple of different things when we get lit up. We get lit up, it feels so good. And then we're like, I want more of this good feeling. And either we try to take it on ourselves, and then we try to do it in our own strengths, the way that we've been programmed that it should look, or we get hyper focused on the result and forget that the only thing that really matters is that feeling inside of you and the next step. Okay. Now, you guys don't know me well enough. So hear my heart as well as my words. Okay. Hear my heart as well as my words. Nobody needs your help. Nobody needs you to build a farm. Nobody needs you to do anything. This that you have been gifted with is just that. It is a gift from God for you. And from that, so many people will be blessed and helped. But if you get in your mind, we need to help people, now it's externally focused. And now the thought of actually having all of that joy actually gets it jacks up the frequency, and then it's not this beautiful place of the unfolding of what you came to the planet to do. So the encouragement is stay in that orgasmic place of joy that you are exuding here, and just ask, okay, God, what's the next step? Okay, God, what's the next step? And as best you can, avoid or recognize when you are falling into one of those two categories. And how do you know that you're falling into one of those two categories? Do you feel like you're efforting? That's, you took it on your own and you're trying to do it in your own understanding? Or have you lost that orgasmic girl part Twitter pating kind of pleasure that you're experiencing right now? Then you're looking at, it's gonna look like this and this is the result. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bridget?
I love that because the mayor, like there is this big, big planet energy, like this big, so much bigger than you and Kelly together energy. And I love that as you were talking about it, and what kept coming, I wrote down like 18 times, play, 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 play. And I love then how Lori was talking about, because as a human, we then start to take it on and we start to effort it. And I think just you talking about it was that very play. I want to play with this friend Kelly, who I now met and who shares some values that I have. I want to play. And so the having a farm, not having a farm doesn't even matter. You can find dirt on a riverbank walking with kids and looking at swans. You can find dirt on a playground. It doesn't matter the where it is, as long as you're playing, because it's that playness with one another that is creating this really big, fun energy that people are naturally attracted to. It's Lori and I talk about this when two people, energy math is different than physical math, right? 2 + 2 = 4. But when two one person's energy comes together with one person's energy, it multiplies. It's not addition. It's not one plus Mayor plus Kelly, and that makes two. It's your energies times, and so it magnifies. And that's why I think I was getting that big planet energy, because both of you coming together in this playful way is creating something that people naturally want to be a part of. So it's, again, going back to what Lori said, it's not the effort of doing this. It's that, yeah, do I sit around a campfire with some kids and tell some stories? Do I put my hands in the dirt as we're sitting around a campfire telling stories? It doesn't matter where the dirt is.
Yeah, exactly. This is very true. Yeah.
And that doesn't mean it's not a farm.
Right.
Right?
True.
Like let's just
Yeah.
again, hear her heart as well as her words. It doesn't mean it's not a farm, but thinking it has to be a farm prevents all of that play. Right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well
Sounds fun to
done.
me. Playing with kids in the dirt is the best ever.
Yeah, well, come on over, Mary. Come on over. All are welcome.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's good. Thank you.
All right, Mary, what do you have for us today?
Wow. Well, I'm in a position where family's been around for quite some time. Our last family member leaves on Saturday, the 8th. Our daughter now goes on to her journeys of traveling and then work and then travel, whatever she does. Um, that I'm always, of course, envious of. But my big question is creating that morning routine that fits into my alignment and trying to figure that out because I've created space here in an office that my husband and I are both trying to share. And sometimes it doesn't work very well because when his energy is in one place, that's kind of the energy I'm trying to uh, live among, but not absorb. Um, so now as a home gets empty, just be the two of us. I'm really confused on what next and being able to stay in alignment with what lights me up. What are the things? Yeah, what next with routine? I mean, this is obviously helpful, but this is just a moment in time.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that's where I'm doing another shift into um, making sure everything that he needs is cared for and still being me. So we're getting it's been great having family around because they just step in and help when it's needed. Um,
Yeah. Bridget, I feel like you're supposed to go first. So I'll
Yeah. Um,
in the background for a minute.
yeah. Oh, Mary, the first thing that was was a trying too hard. There is no right and wrong in this situation. There is no right way to be in alignment. There's no wrong way to be in alignment. Sometimes feeling wrong is actually alignment. And I know we've talked about this before, that pouring into yourself. And I guess what I feel like is that permission.
mhm,
One of the things that you said was being in his energy, but not taking on his energy. And sometimes that means walking away and filling your cup.
mhm,
And I know you've gotten better at it, and that's it, like looking for a routine. It's not it doesn't necessarily need to be the exact same thing every day. It's an asking, what do I need in this moment? I need to go for a walk. I need to get out of this space. Or I need to tell him, you're on your own for the next 5 minutes. I'm sitting in my room, and get out of here. But giving yourself that permission to be super, super selfish and to allow yourself to be mean to him if you need it. Allow yourself to say, I gotta walk away from you right now.
That and I love that Bridget said the word. It's okay to be mean
yeah,
because it's not really mean, but we've been programmed that it
mhm,
is. So then our nervous system responds as if we were mean, right? Because our
right,
nervous system is just lining up with our beliefs. Okay. And that really ultimate alignment is my soul, my cognitive, and where it meets in my heart, that then becomes the manifestation. Okay. And one of the very first things that came up as you were talking was, it's okay to tell your husband, babe, I need you to not come in this room until 10 o'clock or whatever that is. I need this space and this time for me to be able to pour into me and to really feel me. And
Mhm.
I love you so much that when you enter into this room, I automatically want to start caregiving for you. And then I take on your energy. And as long as I'm doing that, I'm not fully productive in who I came to the planet to be, which means I don't do me well. I don't do my business well. And guess what? I don't take care of you well because now I'm resentful because I feel like I have to give to you before I'm able to give to myself. Now, at whatever point and however much you want to explain to him about all of this is totally up to you. That explanation is for you. But the point is, it's okay. The kindest thing that you can do for your spouse is to tell him to get the fuck out of the room until 10 o'clock so that you can be fully in alignment with who you are as love. Because we never love anyone else until we are full of the love within ourselves. And guys, that is alignment. We can't actually line up. And I love that Bridget said there's no right or wrong, because what our cognitive is always trying to do is line up to what we've been programmed is right.
Mhm.
Our nervous system will then tell us, is that for me? Is that in alignment for me? And sometimes the kindest thing we can do is do what we've been programmed as mean, which is, babe, I love you so much. And I want to continue to love you the very best I can. And I need this time in this room by myself without your energy in it until 10 o'clock or whatever that is. And sometimes, guys, we need permission. So guess what, Mary? You have permission to love yourself first so that you have the capacity to love someone else. Capacity
Good
being
reminder. Yeah.
ability and capability, or I guess, let me rephrase that you have the capability to love someone else. Capacity meaning what's available, ability meaning how we action it, capability being the actual overflow of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Queen. Own that shit.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. All right, Kelly.
Well, first of all, I need to let you know that I need to leave a little before 10 if we're still going.
Okay.
Just want to put that out there. I'm not being rude. Um, you answered a lot when you shared about the farm and Mare and everything. It's interesting because, Bridget, you said play, play, play. And I recently wrote down in my calendar, play every day. So that was like, oh, a little confirmation there.
Yeah.
So I am going to ask about this. So I have a business with an energy modality. And I've got a lot going on in my life right now, a lot. Um, uh, my husband has stage 4 cancer. And I'm having so much joy. And I love what you said about the whole thing with the energy with Mary and her husband. Like, I get that maybe to a different way. I play with Mare all the time and it's really fun. And I'm so glad it helps so much. But this business that I have, I guess I need confirmation that I'm on the right track with doing this energy work. I feel like there's something in the way, and I'm not sure if that's true, if it's just my like insecurity. I don't know. So I'm just putting it out there to get your perspective, your whatever you receive. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes.
100%.
Okay.
Yep. And Bridget, again, I feel like you're supposed to go first. If you're not ready, we'll wait, but I feel like you're supposed to go first.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just take a couple of deep breaths. Okay. Um, so yeah, Kelly, the first thing that I was getting is just a desire for clarity. I kept getting this tingling on the third eye, this just this real desire for clarity. And I'm just gonna say a whole bunch of words. Surrendering to that uncertainty is what's coming up as well. Just again, like with the question with the farm and are we on the right track? This business of yours, because it is in you, yes, there's stuff that you're to do with it. Absolutely. Because it wouldn't show up if there wasn't. And you don't have to have it all figured out right now. You even said there's a lot going on in life. And sometimes we're presented a gift, but there's so many other things taking our focus from it that then we start to feel like, well, maybe this isn't really my gift.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the case at all. It's just that sometimes our focus does need to be elsewhere. And then as those things, I just kept getting like wait.
Oh,
You're wanting a response to this and just a wait. Your focus is where it needs to be. When it's time to focus here, that uncertainty, that thing that is wanting to be real clear,
mm-hmm.
it'll happen without the effort, without having to figure it out.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. That like, yeah, that's confirmation for a lot. So awesome.
So the modality that Bridget and I utilize and what she had mentioned earlier, it's called M-free.
Mm-hmm.
And the greatest presupposition of M-free is that we are 100% human and we are 100% spirit.
Mm.
And neither one is better or worse because they need each other. And they're mirror opposites of each other. They're both law-based, but they're mirror opposites of each other. And if you want to understand one or the other, you could look at the opposite one. And when we look at physical energy, one of the laws that physical energy follows is that wherever energy is, it will always seek its source. It will always seek to return back to its source in the quickest, easiest, fastest, I guess quick and fast are the same, quickest, fastest, quickest, easiest route. Okay. Our etheric energy works exactly the same. And if we look at this is our 100% human and this is our 100% spirit, and the center is alignment, okay? There's a pendulum that swings back and forth from one to the other, okay? From one side to the other. But every time we swing the pendulum to one side or the other, it crosses over and we get that euphoric feeling of freedom because we enter into our alignment, right? But because we came here to have experiences, we function over here for as long as we need to function, and then we'll swing the pendulum and then we learn something over here, and then we'll swing the pendulum and then we learn something over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And often because one of the laws of the human side is patterns, right? We get into a pattern and we're like, man, I remember when I learned that pattern, and we cross over and it felt so good and I felt so free and I moved forward in my business. Then we get in that pattern and we think, I have to keep doing that to have more of this. When in reality, we might need to actually do the exact opposite. And I love what Bridget said about the letting go, because what happens is, and we'll just pretend like I'm learning this thing, I'm learning this thing, and I had so much joy and pleasure, and I'm learning this thing, and I want more joy and pleasure, so I should do more of this thing and more of this thing. And we're actually getting further and further and further and creating greater dissonance between the thing we want and what we're actually doing, right? But when Bridget said, just wait, guess what happens when we wait? We stop the efforting, and then guess what happens by law of momentum? Whew. And we actually, it swings us to the opposite side of the pendulum. So the good news of where you're at is this is just the invitation for you to stop efforting for life to show up and surrender into we are innately born with destiny. Now, we also have free will. That's the opposite side of the pendulum, right? The two become one. Yes, there's destiny and there's free will, right? But we're born with a destiny and we learn all the things. But when we actually evolve to a place of maturity where we recognize that our free choice is really in constant surrender, then this destiny unfolds with ease. That is the flow of life. And so the invitation is really, what if there's nothing wrong and everything is right? This is just the invitation that you have grown beyond all of the programs and patterns, and now allowing to enter into that place of uncertainty, right? Because guys, we want to be surprised and delighted. That's that giddy orgasmic feeling of wanting to be surprised and delighted, right? But if we know and we figured it out and we're functioning in our patterns, there's no surprise and delight. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is this letting go and allowing. Now, it can be a little scary to let go into the uncertainty. And are you going to do it anyway?
Heck yeah.
That's
This
right.
is so good. It's exactly, yeah, it's really good because there is a pull from the world of, you know, you got to do this and we should all be working on this and blah, 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 blah. And I get that stuck in my head. And I'm like, but right now, to be honest, and Mary knows this, I am like, no, I can't. That is not where I'm at. I am in a sacred spiritual like place that I can't mess with that stuff right now. But I guess I needed to hear what you just said, just to confirm that yes, I'm where I'm supposed to be. And it's okay to say no, and it's okay to not go after all the shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Ah, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Good
Thank you
stuff.
all for being here and for participating, and yes, for showing up.
Yep.
Really
Amazing.
good.
Anything else, Bridget?
Okay. Well, for those of you who are watching, if this is fun for you, we have a calendar link down in the description. Lori and I come on 3 times a week. So there's lots of opportunities to jump on here, join us, ask a question. We are here to provide this space if you need encouragement, validation, just somebody to come walk alongside you and say, yo, sister, you are doing this thing we call life and you're doing it well. Come join us. Grab a spot on that calendar link and we will meet you right here. Until next time, thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.